What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a good weekend. But then again, the days don't really matter. Everything feels the same. So I figured I'd do another one of those anytime meals that works for breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. Um, and for one of the few times on this program, it's a vegetarian dish, actually. So we're doing shaksukah, which is uh, it's prevalent in like Middle Eastern, Northern Africa. So it's kind of one of those, tomato and egg type deals. So for this, you need about a half of an onion diced up. Coat your skillet with some olive oil. I got about one diced pepper. You could do like one large bell pepper. What I did is did a couple of sweet peppers, and I threw in a jalapeno in there too. You need some diced tomatoes. You can do about two cans, like two small cans or one main can. So a lot of them come in 14 and a half ounce cans. Get two of those, or the bigger one is usually 28 ounces. So one of those would work. And you need some tomato paste, a couple eggs, and if you want, some spinach, parsley, cilantro, and maybe a little bit of cheese. So I'll take you through the steps, but the first thing is you throw the onions in there and you sweat them down, for about 6, 7 minutes, and a couple more steps along the way. So I will be back to walk you through it. See ya. All right, so you let those onions go for 7, 8 minutes just to sweat them down a little bit. Um, you can throw in a little bit of cracked pepper and salt in there. So the next step would be to add in your garlic and your peppers. So just kind of keep stirring it with a wooden spoon. Same thing, let these go 6, 7 minutes. Keep an eye on it and keep that pan at a medium. You don't want it to get too hot. If it looks like they're getting a little bit too burnt, you just bring the heat down a touch. Uh, yeah, just let that sweat down, and be a couple more steps. You get your tomatoes and your tomato paste ready to go, and we'll just keep on building the dish from there. See ya. All right, we're back. I tried to go hatless tonight, but my hair is just getting too onerous and too out of control. Um, so I'm back with the hat. Pepper's been going for about 7, 8 minutes, and just with a wooden spoon, make sure everything is spread out throughout your skillet, not in like a big pile or anything. So you add your tomatoes. And at this point, you want to bring the heat down a little bit because that acid is going to get hot. And throw a little bit of tomato paste in there. And just stir up everything. And you'll let this go for about another 7, 8 minutes. And at this point, you can also throw in your spices. So if you've got them, the optimal ones for this are some paprika, some cumin, and some chili powder. So you let this go, and again, spread the tomato mixture out. Spread that tomato paste in there, and we're going to let this go for another 7 or 8 minutes, and then at that point, I'll show you how we incorporate the eggs. All right, see ya. All right, and things been going for a little while now. So the next step is to kind of like that carbonara where we cook the egg right in our pan. We're going to do that with some eggs. So you could do anywhere from 2 to 5 eggs, really, however many you can fit in here. So what you're going to do is just crack them right onto the skillet and drop them right in here. They're going to sit right on top. And what you're going to do is then cover the pan for about 10 or 15 minutes. And a lot of that depends on how you like your eggs. Some people like them a little firmer. Some people like them a little bit on the runny side. So that is something that is up to you. Um, Now, I don't have a nice big pan, so if you don't have one, what you can do is get another pan of just about equal size and do one of these. So just keep an eye on it, and what I'm going to do is maybe the last 2 minutes or so, I'm going to take the lid off, put some chopped spinach on there, and a little bit of feta cheese. So we're going to keep an eye on this, and the other thing I would do is while your eggs are going, I'm going to put some more of that Sarcones bread in the oven because it's good, kind of get some toast or bread, kind of like you're eating eggs over easy at, Joe's Pizza or the Dairy Cottage or whatever, and just dip the bread in the yolks and then the rest of it, or however you want to eat it. This is kind of a no rules apply kind of deal. So, all right, so we are just about done. I took the my makeshift lid off of here, so I'm just going to sprinkle some spinach on top of here because again, this the fresh spinach can cook very quickly, so you really don't want to give it any more than 2 minutes or so. And the cheese, just to add a little, just a little something different to it. I don't usually use feta, but cooking with the Hen Doctor's going global tonight. I just figured I'd try something different. Getting bored of the same old stuff. My program is pretty meat heavy. I mean, I've shown you 3 different ways to make a bone-in pork chop, but this is, I think, my first, full-fledged vegetarian deal. So let this go for a couple more minutes and let the bread go, and we're just about done. See ya. All right, so I plated up while you were away. So full disclosure, I've never made this before. I just wanted to try something different. So I can't attest to the proper way to serve it, but for me, when this is all done, you should be able to scoop it up with a spatula. So what I would do is I'm going to serve it in a bowl, and if you made this for a couple different people, I would just make sure everyone's got, of course, 1 egg, and I think I'm going to do it just kind of in a bowl with some bread on the side. And I took a picture of the full skillet before I took my portion out. So that's my first crack at a global vegetarian dish. So let me know if you got any questions. This actually looks pretty good for being a vegetarian meal, right? Just kidding, everybody. Have a good night. See ya.